Today we will explore the childhood of Daenerys Targaryen, one of the most iconic characters in the Game of Thrones universe. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into Daenerys' early life, exploring the tragedies and triumphs that shaped her into the powerful leader she became. Daenerys Targaryen was born on Dragonstone, an island fortress off the coast of Westeros, in the year 284 AC. Her father was King Aerys II Targaryen, also known as the Mad King, and her mother was Queen Rhaella Targaryen. Daenerys was the younger sister of Rhaegar Targaryen, who was killed by Robert Baratheon during Robert's rebellion. After the fall of King's Landing to the forces of Robert Baratheon, Daenerys Targaryen's father, King Aerys II Targaryen, was killed, and the Targaryen dynasty was overthrown. To protect the young Targaryen children, Daenerys and her brother Viserys, from the wrath of Robert Baratheon, they were secretly smuggled out of King's Landing by Sir Willem Darry, a loyal Targaryen supporter. Sir Willem Darry took the young Targaryens across the narrow sea to the free city of Braavos, where they were hidden in a house with the seal of House Targaryen. However, Sir Willem Darry died soon after, and the Targaryen children were left in the care of others. After Sir Willem Darry's death, Daenerys and Viserys were forced to flee again. They spent the rest of their childhood in exile, moving from place to place and living in poverty. They were often hungry and cold, and their lives were marked by hardship and uncertainty. Despite their difficult circumstances, Daenerys and Viserys remained committed to their family's legacy and the idea of reclaiming the Iron Throne. They were constantly on the move, never staying in one place for too long, and relied on the kindness of strangers to survive. Daenerys' early childhood was marked by tragedy and upheaval, as her family was forced to flee their home in King's Landing after her father was overthrown in a rebellion led by Robert Baratheon. They sailed to Dragonstone, where Daenerys was born, and remained there for several years. However, when Daenerys was just 5 years old, her father was killed by Jaime Lannister, a member of his own Kingsguard. Daenerys and her brother Viserys were taken into exile by loyalists who hoped to one day restore the Targaryen dynasty to the Iron Throne. They spent the next several years moving from place to place, never staying in one location for too long. During this time, Daenerys was subjected to physical and emotional abuse from her brother, who saw her as nothing more than a pawn in his quest to regain the Iron Throne. In exile, Daenerys' life was marked by poverty and hardship. She and her brother were forced to rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Daenerys was often hungry and cold, and her brother would frequently sell their belongings to buy food and shelter. They moved from place to place, never staying in one location for too long, which made it difficult for Daenerys to make friends or form any lasting relationships. Despite the challenges she faced, Daenerys remained resilient and determined to survive. She was a quick learner and showed a natural aptitude for languages and diplomacy. She also developed a deep love for the people of Westeros, despite never having set foot on the continent. In the books, Daenerys spends much of her time in exile learning about the history and culture of Westeros, reading books and listening to stories from her advisors. This knowledge would later prove invaluable when she returns to Westeros and begins her quest to reclaim the Iron Throne. Daenerys' time in exile also allowed her to develop a strong sense of empathy for the downtrodden and oppressed. She witnessed firsthand the suffering of the common people and vowed to be a different kind of ruler when she eventually returned to Westeros. This empathy would later inform her decisions as she conquered cities and freed slaves, earning her the loyalty and admiration of many. Thank you for watching. If you have any characters or houses you would like a simple breakdown of, please comment below. But until next time, I wish you good fortune in the wars to come.